choice. We'll play first, and we'll keep this. Not incredibly fast, but we do have a whisk away. We have good ratio of spells and lands. I don't know. Seems okay to keep for me. I actually should have played the island first. Yeah, that would have made more sense because we have the Shore Crasher Elemental. Well, we have the piece necessary to make Dragonloft Idol good, which is nice. Playing against blue-white. Alright. Actually, Whisk Away is not bad against Soul Summons. Or, I should say, it can be not bad against Soul Summons, depending on what this card is. Okay. Well, we're going to do the Whisk Away, because it takes away the top of his deck. Although, no, that doesn't make sense. We actually just take 2. We're playing a Dragonloft Idol. I don't see why I would... Or I guess we're playing a Summit Prowler, so I don't see why I would necessarily be scared of a 2-2. If he attacks into it, I just know he's got a trick, so I can be conscious of that. Okay. No plays. So now we get to do Berserker's Onslaught, which is... Wow. A lot of good options now, I guess. Yeah, let's just do the Onslaught now. We get to just get in for copious amounts of damage and follow up with powerful spells. I can lock down fatties with Icefall Regent too, which is nice. I can even, if he has removal for Summit Prowler, maybe open with Dragonloft Idol since it holds both his guys back, eats removal, and then I get to follow up into Icefall Regent to get the high damage. I think I'm still happier having Whisk Away now, since it's our only... Well, I guess Icefall Regent's kind of removal too. All right, swinging for the fences here. No plays, which is interesting. Maybe we actually play this Scion of Ugin first. It just makes the best use of the mana. But of course we swing here. Interesting. I mean, I could just play the Icefall Regent. It's going to be harder for him to do stuff to the Icefall Regent. But I think I'm going to play Scion here. If he has a counter spell, so be it. Okay. Counter draw. Gets to gain some life. We still have our Icefall Regent at our disposal. If we draw a land, we could go Idle plus Whisk Away, which is pretty useful. Okay. No land. We can do Lore Master plus keep up Whisk Away. I can play Icefall Regent now, though. Tap down the Sage, get in with the Prowler. Yeah, I think we're going to go for that. This prevents him from drawing a card, lets me force him to chump block. He has a hard time targeting the Icefall Regent, too. And his Jeskai Sage isn't going to untap until his next turn, even if he does have an answer for the Icefall Regent. So I think it seems worth it. He has to pay 2 extra mana to target Icefall Regent too, which is nice. Interceptor just is like chump blocker. Yeah, I guess we just swing. We have Whisk Away plus Dragonloft Idol. Or Dragonloft Idol plus Lore Master. I probably want to keep up Whisk Away, though. Alright. So, blue-white, flyers, Ojutai's Command, something I've got to be conscious of. Does have quite a few flyers. His deck looks fine. Zephyr Scribe's probably the weakest card we saw out of his deck. Everything else looked pretty satisfactory for him. Berserker's Onslaught obviously just took the game over there. Rending Volley is going to be, this is like the best match. This is the best match for Rending Volley, so already happy with that choice. Could do Reduce in Stature too. I'm not sure if that one's necessary yet. So I have to figure out what I want to cut for Rending Volley too. I don't want to cut a removal spell, although what does Roast kill currently? It kills... What does it kill that I care about? Jeskai Sage is not something I want to kill with Roast. Ojutai is... The Student of Ojutai is something I could justify killing with Roast. Soul Summons, something I can kill with Roast. That might be enough. I still have to decide what I want to cut, though. Maybe Roast is... Since he's a blue-white, it's pretty clear he's going to have a lot of flyers. But I think it would be foolish to think he didn't have more ground guys than just the two that I saw. I could cut Ojutai's Breath, but... Actually, you know, Ojutai's Breath's not even that great for our deck. It's good with Spell Fist. It's not that great. I'd much prefer the Rending Volley to it, I think. I still think I'd rather keep Roast than Ojutai's Breath, too. Alright, let's try this. This hand's not great. Oops, I can't even use the Tail Slash until I draw a creature. I mean, we do have a good amount of lands. One blue's not even that great, though. Five lands with... I guess I keep. The Roast is the only thing that makes me want to keep it. Especially if he, like, morphs out an Interceptor. Yeah, not a great hand. Probably the worst hand that I can keep. It's one of those deals. So, not thrilled about the keep, but at the same time I have a removal spell for the first ground guy he plays. I've got a Tail Slash for when I hopefully see a creature. Alright. I'll take non-land cards. Certainly okay with that. I mean, Sign of Ugin's not the best one since it's expensive, but that's okay. Okay. Sage, I'm not going to Roast. Whisk Away, once again, not a bad draw when you're an 18 land deck that kept a 5-lander. Kind of want him to morph here, and I hope it's an Interceptor just so I can Roast it. Alright. I'll continue to take spells. It was the Interceptor, so that was pretty optimal for us. Alright. I can start Whisk Awaying to buy some time to get that Sign of Ugin online. Alright. Well, Berserker's Onslaught is a thing. So we're going to Whisk Away the Scribe here if he attacks. Alright, no plays there is good for us. Play the onslaught. Alright, I'm actually pretty happy we resolved that. Now all future creatures are going to be much more of a threat. And it does appear that the Whisk Away did some work for us, so that's good news too. Didn't leave Ojutai's command up, so I think we should actually be able to resolve Scion here. I like the Monastery Siege too, but I would say actually playing a threat is our priority at the moment. Alright, so he's digging for some answers. I can pocket all lands at this point because of Monastery Siege. Gets rid of Flatten, so he's splashing for black. That's interesting. Alright, so I can tail slash that. And I don't even have to, which is kind of nice. Alright. That's a good question. I want cons. So let's get in for 8 here. If he were to gain, it wouldn't change my clock. No, it would change my clock. Oh, no, wait, it doesn't. It doesn't. He'd have to use it twice before it changes my clock. So I think we'll just leave up Tail Slash and Whisk Away here. So I'll happily whisk away a Student of Ojutai. He can play a spell as well to untap this to maybe recast it, or not. Alright, dump a land. Attack again. Okay. I think we actually tail slash the Zephyr Scribe, otherwise he gets to use the ability, and he's hard up for spells at the moment, so we'll kill the Scribe. I can't wait for him to bolster either, because my guy dies. Although, no, then he would have untapped. He would have been able to use the ability, so I'm okay with this. And we'll get the Lore Master down, which can bring back Tail Slash or Whisk Away, which is nice. Okay. Drawing some cards here. Certainly valuable for him. Definitely would prefer him to leave back the Sage. Okay. Alright. Dump that. So do I want to bring back Tail Slash? Do I want to bring back Whisk Away? It's easier to play around Whisk Away, although you can play around Tail Slash too. I mean, regardless, we're getting in for 8 here. We know he's got... Problem is, if he deals with Lore Master, Tail Slash isn't that good, but if he plays a flyer, Roast isn't that good. We know he's got substantially more flyers than non-flyers. Whisk Away, he can kind of play around. I think I'm going to take the Tail Slash. I think I want the hard removal. I mean, it's basically free anyway, so... Alright. Alright. Another card for his Black Splash. We don't know all of what his Black Splash is yet, though. He also knows we have Tail Slash now. Alright, so... kind of means if he's leaving that back that he's at least concerned. Oh, wow. Well, that's pretty nice. So I guess the play is... he has Whisk Away mana up, but I don't care so much about that. Let's Rending Volley the student first. Can't be countered, which is nice. He can actually, what's funny is cast Negate. He can try and counter it, and then it can't be countered. Just one of those interesting things about Magic, that can't be countered means they can try and counter and do it unsuccessfully. I could like try to cast Spellfist Tail Slash to in case he's got something for my Lore Master, but I don't think so. I think we just go for it. Okay. I'm actually still very much okay with this. Just basically means we only get in for 4 damage instead of 5 or 8. But we have Spellfist now with Siege out, which means he's got to come up with some good answers here. Okay, so he gets rid of Spellfist. And he has a Monument that he can't activate. Does have a Soul Summons, but he only has 1 card left. He's going to have to Chump Block. Or we just kill him. Actually, you know what? He doesn't have Ojutai's command up. Anyway, well, let's just attack first. Because if he has like a... if his last card is something where he taps out, could be beneficial for us. Alright, well, we're going to go for it. Alright, so we got round 1. So our blue-red deck beat a... he didn't have a fantastic blue-white deck. It wasn't bad. He just had some slow starts. But yeah, we drew very well. And Monastery Siege played very well for us. And Rending Volley, of course, played well for us. Lore Master played very well. It did some work. And Pyrotechnics for the win. So that was cool. That panned out well. All right, we'll see you in round 2. All right, well, round 2 was a no-show. I got to say, that's pretty unusual, and I want to see what our hand would have been. Oh, my God. Wait, whoa. How many more can... all right, 8. Wait, is it just going to be... wait a second. Oh, if you don't actually start the match, is it just going to be 8 islands now, too? Oh, that's cool. So it, like, never shuffles it? Well, what's the order of my deck, then? How does it order my deck? Now I'm, like, legitimately curious. Does it do it in alphabetical, or... I want to, like... this is intriguing to me. So it goes Roast into Tail Slash. Okay, so it... but then it's Pyro... oh, because it's a different set. Okay, that makes sense. But then why does it do... Wouldn't Berserker's Onslaught come before Roast? Because it's earlier in the set? I don't know. I'm legitimately intrigued by this, though. This is weird. Oh, does it not let me draw anymore? Alright, I've drawn too much. Alright, so yeah, our first round guy, our second round guy rather, was a no-show. It does mean that we're going to do another 8-4, but unfortunately it means you don't get to see a round 2. I think I'm going to just be okay with that, though, because I like getting prizes, and 8-4s are dangerous as it is. So we do get a free win. We'll see you in the finals.